and welcome to Fab4 News, also known as FFN. Today we're going to be talking about plastic surgery and its implications alongside my guest speaker, Ralph Waldo Emerson. I'm Mia Bees. Today we explore a story that has captured public attention for a decade and continues to be a topic of conversation every now and then. Kylie Jenner, entrepreneur, mother, and the face behind countless cosmetic trends, has ignited a global debate. From her viral TikTok showing her surgeries to her emotional moments on The Kardashians about filler face and the exhaustion of public scrutiny, the world is fascinated by the intersection of natural beauty and cosmetic enhancement. To really understand this situation, we need more than just gossip. We need a philosopher. Joining me now is a man that helped shape America's idea of individuality, Mr. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Mr. Emerson, welcome to the 21st century.
Thank you, Mia. It's a strange and bright time we live in. It seems the transparent eyeball has turned into a glowing screen.
It certainly has. Let's get right into it. Kylie Jenner has shared specifics of her plastic surgery, including the surgeon's name and the cc's of silicone. Some see this as transparency, while others view it as the commercialization of a made-up artificial beauty standard. Let's see here, I have a question. You famously said imitation is suicide. What do you think of this modern-day phenomenon with relation to Kylie?
To be honest, I see it as a deep tragedy. To imitate is to suggest that the divine nature made a mistake in your original design. When this young woman, this influencer, alters her appearance to fit a changing idea of beauty, she's not discovering herself, she's hiding from herself. If one must change one's body to feel valued, one has lost the fight for the soul. The integrity of your mind and body is the only sacred thing. When millions of young women take her example to surgeons, they're committing a collective loss of their individuality.
To be fair to Kylie, she recently mentioned how taxing it is to face judgment. She cried on camera, saying she always keeps it pushing despite harsh comments about her appearing old or puffy. Isn't there some level of self-reliance in her choice to be whoever she wants, regardless of what others think?
Oh, well, Mia, we shouldn't confuse self-reliance with self-renovation. True self-reliance means avoiding conformity. But what is more conformist than a surgical procedure aimed at fitting a trend? She cries because she has given up her freedom and culture to the societal expectations of her. She has turned her face into a public commodity. When you allow the world to make an opinion on your appearance, you can't complain when they demand to scrutinize your wrinkles. Being a nonconformist means being okay with being misunderstood. She seeks the world approval, but hasn't yet reconciled with herself.
But beauty holds power. You wrote in your essay Beauty that everything is permitted to a beautiful person. Kylie has leveraged her beauty to create a billion-dollar business. Isn't her aesthetic labor just a modern form of what you call the invitation of the human form?
I did say that beauty is an invitation, but I also noted that beauty rests on the necessities. True beauty arises from perfect economy. Consider things in nature like the bee cell or the bird's quill. They have no extra parts. What we see in this plastic era is the excess. It's the addition of volume where nature intended elegance. It's reversal of removing the unnecessary. If that beauty is brought, it isn't merely a moment of transition or change. It's actually a stagnant symbol of fear. A palace built on sand would be the person's image of themselves.
It's an intriguing paradox. We live in a time where the formula for her face is out in the open, yet the person behind it feels more hidden than ever. But I want to focus on the audience. Kylie isn't an individual, she's a mirror, a reflection of so many girls and women of our society. Millions see her as a guide for their own transformations. If the lesson isn't just for her, what is it for all those watching her through their screens?
That's a great question. And the lesson is that we're all sleepwalkers in a gallery of our design. We look at Kylie Jenner as if she's a statue we can chip away at with our comments. But really, each time we critique her filler or praise her look, we reveal the emptiness of our own lives.
Inherently, does that mean our obsession reflects our own lack of self-reliance?
Exactly. Why does today's youth desire the Kylie face? Because they've forgotten how to be centers of the universe. They become appendages. Think about it. When you spend your time measuring another's lips, you neglect the growth of your own self. The soul isn't made of silicone, it's shaped by action. Power doesn't come from outside like clothing or a procedure. True power flows from the soul. We think that by adopting the look of the successful, we gain their power. But we actually only acquire their cage and trap ourselves in it.
So, the exhaustion Kylie feels and the filler face that the public criticizes, it's a sign of a broader cultural fatigue?
It's more so a fatigue of the mask. Society is a masquerade where everyone has forgotten their true features. We fear the exposure of being ordinary. But I tell you, Mia, the sun shines on even enhanced faces. The stars don't require us to look like influencers to shine on us. The real tragedy isn't that she altered her face, it's that a generation thinks their own faces are simply rough drafts waiting for a surgeon's touch.
It's a reminder to look away from the screen and back into the mirror. The real one.
Better yet, look through the mirror. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Not a new chin, not a flawless profile, not even the approval of a few million followers. We must learn to be comfortable within our own skin. If we don't, we'll spend our lives wandering a digital wilderness, chasing a beauty that, by the time we grasp it, has already been deemed out of style by the next trend.
A haunting thought to conclude with, Mr. Emerson. Thank you again for guiding us through this masquerade.
Yes, let's hope people start taking their masks off soon. Mia.
Speaking of masks, we have seen a high influx of individuals getting plastic surgery in the last couple of years, especially those who are in influential places. We would like to propose a class discussion today, particularly as to if you believe that individuals should be putting this mask on or leaving it off. With that, we would like to provide a few examples. Of course, we have to start with Kylie Jenner. This is the center of our discussion today. As you can see, before plastic surgery, she did have slightly less full lips, maybe something done on her nose, and after is what everybody has popularized now. We would like to ask all of you, do you believe that this choice was something that she should have made for herself? Up next, we have Cardi B, and we will be comparing the two of her pictures. You can see that something has been done with her eyes, her nose, potentially her lips, and again, we want to ask you all, do you believe that this should have been done, or should she have kept it natural, according to Ralph Waldo Emerson? Finally, we're going to be looking at Megan Fox, who is well known for her beauty. However, Ralph Waldo Emerson would say that her beauty has been derived through unnatural means. We would like to ask you all, do you believe that her plastic surgery was justified, or do you believe that she should have kept that mask off? Once again, this is Mia Bees. Thank you for joining us today at FFN News, which is on every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. We hope that you join us the next time and have a great day.
Smart Sound.